So welcome everyone. Welcome back to Spooky Japan podcast with us. We have our very first guest today is Pablo from Boozy Bros Paranormal and your cameraman Diego.
Yeah, that's the man behind the camera. He does all the magic.
So if you don't recognize him, it's because he's always behind the camera then.
Yeah. He almost never shows up on camera. He doesn't like to be on camera, but he did go with me to Japan, so he's going to be really good help for me right now with this too.
Okay. So you also, I saw that, I believe, before we talked to you about you when you came to Japan, you also have a new YouTube video coming out. Did I see that?
I already released it. It was at an abandoned school that we investigated. And then the next one we have coming up is we investigated a haunted scare grounds, it was like we're doing stuff that people aren't really normally doing, but we verify that these places are haunted according to stories or history before going. So we have a good time with it. It's a fun time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you had a YouTube video coming out. I was like, we might as well advertise for that too.
Yeah, go check it out. We're Boozy Bros on YouTube. Just search Boozy Bros. We'll pop right up. We got the little blue ghost. You can see him right here. I got a little plushie of him. You can kind of see him.
What has been your most favorite place to investigate so far?
Ooh. So for me, it's easily the Asajiro Yura mansion, actually. In Japan, the last time I went, the reason being is just because there was so much rich history, and not a lot of people were able to get in there, and it was super beautiful, and I had a good time, even though I kind of left scared. But that's easily my favorite one. You know?
Yeah, you said you found some artifacts there.
Yeah, I found all kinds of stuff. I found like calligraphy that easily is over 100 years old. I mean, full books that were all handwritten, just super beautiful things like that. Dolls in glass cases. We've seen countless books and tons of stuff from the 80s that were left there. The whole family, the Yura family, just up and left everything behind. We even found photos of their family and everything. Like everyone just agreed to get up and leave or something. It was super eerie.
I think there were still shoes there too.
Oh yeah, they left all their shoes, and that was really weird because you'd think if you're leaving a place behind, you'd at least take something, and especially your shoes and stuff. But they left it right at the doorway, everything just full, like they just vanished.
Usually, when that happens, is usually because they're so far in debt, they owe money to every single company you wouldn't believe, so they pack up and they just leave.
Really?
There are moving companies that work from 6 o'clock right throughout the middle of the night.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Wow. For this one, the Yura family, they had tons of money and stuff. Like they started a chemical company and everything out there, and the chemical company's still going. It was decently successful. But I couldn't find any evidence that they had any financial troubles when I was doing my research. But it's a super, super weird thing. But
something happened within the family that they had to run away, and you see them run away to the mountains or to a real rural area.
Yeah, I think something like that happened because there are so many rumors surrounding that house. Not only like with just paranormal stuff, but crimes that have allegedly been committed in the house, like a soldier being murdered by the son and a maid being murdered by the daughter and all kinds of stuff.
So that's why they'd run away.
Yeah, that's what many speculate, and that's kind of what I'm thinking too, because they're just visiting the house, being there in person, and you literally are overcome with negative feelings. So it definitely feels like something horrifying happened in that house for sure.
So coming to Japan, what would you say was your biggest culture shock?
Oh, easily when I saw kiddos totally unaccompanied by adults, just on the train completely
Yeah.
by themselves, wearing their cute little hats and everything, just completely unbothered, and just like seeing them and knowing that those kids are safe, that was a huge shock. That was like, in America, I wouldn't let my kid walk down the block. You know what I mean?
It's definitely different here, and that's the one thing they told us is you're going to see kids walking in town, maybe grocery shopping on the on the public transit, and they're like, just leave them alone. They're used to it. They're more independent here.
Yeah,
Just let them be.
they're like little adults, and they're so cool. It's
Yeah.
neat to see, but
My kids do that
easy
too.
to say.
My kids do that too. They started,
Really?
yeah. From after kindergarten, you cannot accompany your children to school throughout elementary school, junior high, and high school unless you're invited.
Oh wow,
It's
that's
no,
so different.
or unless you're in the PTA group and you have a meeting. That's the only time where you're allowed in the school.
Oh wow. See, it was so polarizing in Japan. There, not only from the food, the culture, the amount of respect I got just literally walking the streets was insane. I loved everything about Japan. We actually, our whole group actually called it fairy tale land the whole time we were out there.
Fairy Tale Land with a whole bunch of ghosts.
Yeah, with a lot of ghosts. And oddly enough, shadow people. I feel like there was a decent amount. Like I feel like I saw quite a bit actually over there.
Yeah, there are. I
Yeah.
mean, wait until you come to where I live. You're gonna have fun.
Oh no.
Yeah, just be careful when you walk outside. You don't go look this way. You don't look that way. You look this way.
Okay. I'll keep that to heart. I'll
live
have
right
you be
in
my
the heart
guide.
of I live right in the heart of Tokyo, and yeah, we got apartments that have half hind and quartered samurai warriors walking through the walls. But taxes are so high that the people can't keep their property, so they have to sell it off to developers, and they make huge these high rises. And yeah, you get walking into the walls and like, well, yeah, it's haunted.
It is what it is. Yeah.
It's haunted, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at least my property's not. So, we're
Well,
good.
that's good. Yeah. Yeah, that's really good. I honestly, there's so many locations in Japan I want to go to that are supposedly haunted, like the island that you guys have that has a resort that's abandoned on there, and
Mhm.
all kinds of stuff. I mean, it's like a haven for paranormal.
Well,
but
there's a place near Amanda that my husband knows. It's called Inunaki Mori or Inunaki Tunnel. You need
Ooh.
permission by
It's
the police
it's also
department.
the village.
My husband knows that when he was a child. He grew up knowing the legend. And you know what? We're pretty good. We could ask the police department because my husband was born in Kyushu Island. So
Oh
yeah,
wow.
let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, let's go. That's amazing. I didn't they board up the tunnel though? Do you think they'll
Yeah,
let us?
There's been so many murders in that tunnel that
Oh.
they just boarded it up. But people still, I mean, visit the outside, and they said there's still activity just outside of it.
But
Oh
you
wow.
can't walk through the tunnel, even if they boarded it up, because there's still they have pine cones on left and right, and they have like long sticks going like 2x4s going sideways, but
Yeah.
you can still walk through it. I mean, you can't go to the other side, but
Well,
and we can walk around it, and we can walk through the village if you want to.
oh, that's
The
amazing.
village, yeah. In case you haven't heard about the village near it, I forgot what horror movie would be similar to it, but it was a town where there was absolutely no rules.
Yeah.
So
Ooh.
it was a town of people who were just like, I don't like living by the law. So they went there, they created this town in the forest, and there's a sign that says that Japan law does not exist there. So anything and everything went. And I was like, that's a horror movie similar to that. I can't think of the name of it now.
I'm gonna have to look that up. That sounds
Well-
amazing.
Actually, I could send you a link afterwards.
Oh
It's-
yes, please.
It's YouTube, but you could if you pay money, you can watch the movie.
I
Because they made the movie originated from that place, and most of it's documented what happened there.
Oh wow, that's amazing. I don't know any. I haven't seen any videos or any other investigators doing anything like that. So that would be amazing.
They don't talk about it. It's one of those things. Like Amanda knows that.
No kidding. That was probably my biggest frustration, was trying to get information from locals and stuff, because people were so taboo about it. Like it was such
That's
a
what we
no
always-
thing to even talk about.
That is one thing that we always say is, when I first came here, I was like, back in the United States, you could easily book paranormal investigations at places. You could easily join groups. And I found it was just me. Then I found Irene, and she was like, I felt like it's just me, but now we have each other. And
Yeah.
people over here in Japan, it's so strange how it's so haunted, but
Yeah.
they won't talk about it. If it's haunted, they'll board it up. They don't.
It's like
Someone
everyone has a ghost story that they're hiding, maybe, you know? It's interesting.
You notice the rules in this country all aligned with paranormal. How you eat, where you put your chopsticks, how you can't pass food to another person with your chopsticks. Everything has to do with paranormal. How you live in your house, how you walk in your house, what you do. It's freaky, you know. It's all aligned with paranormal. What you do with funeral, it's all aligned with paranormal.
You can't keep your chopsticks in your food because you're offering the meal to the dead.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. Wow.
They only do that during funeral, where you have your chopstick, you stab it in a bowl of rice.
Oh wow.
You can't put it down in your food for like a minute, like, oh, I need to go do something, stick it in there, because they're offering it to the dead.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
If you guys did that, they probably stared at you strangely for that reason.
I mean,
yeah. Like if you have a piece of food in your hand, you can't pass it to the other person with their chopsticks, because that's what you do at a funeral. When the body's being after cremated, you use the person who's with you to carry the piece of bone in the pot and put it in the pot with both of you sharing the chopstick.
see, that's what I find so fascinating, is the culture and everything surrounds the paranormal so much, but why is it so taboo to talk about it? Did something happen in history with that, or
because people are scared?
just because they're scared?
Old people will talk about it. Young people won't.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's the opposite of here.
What I do, I keep my mouth shut. There's only one person that knows, is my neurologist, who I see when I got headaches. He's the only one that knows what I do.
Oh wow.
Because he's an old man.
And he's okay with talking about it.
Yeah, he's okay talking about it, but everyone else, that's away the key.
I wonder where the shift change happened. Why it's like that.
Younger people go to school now. They're more educated and they're more analytical, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you can't see it, if you can't feel it, if you can't see it, it ain't there.
Well, I encourage those people to go to any haunted place and just chill out there for like 30 minutes. You know what I mean?
Young people have done that, right? They end up in the hospital next day, and then the day after that, they're dead.
Oh, whoa. Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's why they're YouTube haunted videos in Japan, because they're not cleansed, and that spirit can come after you from the video and look at you and take you with it. So that's why I don't share pictures or videos, because the regular Joe Blow doesn't know what the heck they're dealing with, right?
Yeah, 100%. That's interesting you say that, because after visiting the mansion, I struggled with an attachment that I had for months after that, and it took me for a ride. It was really, really hard to get rid of, actually. I had to get help from outside sources and do everything I could, and eventually it left, but it was tormenting me at night. It would literally like knock on the walls and make all kinds of noises, and just right when I would be going to sleep too, it would make a really loud noise every time, never failed. And finally I was able to get rid of it. But Japan has some strong paranormal stuff, seriously.
take you to my Shinto shrine where my mother's family built, and we'll go there. We'll help you cleanse everything else.
Oh, that would be amazing. I would love that. I love shrines. Shrines are amazing. We don't have anything like that here, so.
So I do have a question from someone, from a viewer. They want to ask you, Pablo, what is the difference between a ghost hunter and a paranormal investigator?
Well, I guess it depends on.
I would say motive.
Yeah, motive.
Ghost
For
hunter's
sure.
more for fun. You know, you're out just looking for ghosts, seeing what's out there, and then as a paranormal investigator, it's more about trying to learn and educate and, you know, discover things.
Yeah, exactly. He got it right on the nose. We try to be more scientific with things and try to. We also Diego his role on our team also is he's our on-site debunker. So he is also the one that tries to be as skeptical and analytical as possible so that we can get to the truth of these paranormal findings and everything. So that's exactly the difference. I feel like ghost hunters are more for entertainment value. They're going to be like shocked face and acting funny on their YouTube videos and whatnot. And investigators are out here really conducting stuff.
And possibly, on the other hand, if it's a residential, how do we solve this problem? How do we help these people so they can live in their home peacefully?
Mhm.
And how do we make these spirits so they can move on? And how do we get rid of whatever else that they shouldn't be there and stuff
Yeah.
like that? I think that's the most important part of being an investigator and using your tools of your trade.
Yes. Using your tools, your network, your knowledge to help out people is like the most rewarding thing for sure. And you like there is genuinely we've gotten all kinds of stories from viewers and messages of just some horrifying attachments that people struggle with, especially out here where there's a lot of Native American spirits and skinwalkers and this and that. And I mean, there's all kinds of crazy stuff out here, and the stories that I've gotten is absolutely horrifying, and I love helping people out and just giving my advice where I can. But there has been some stuff where it's been totally out of my realm that's been hyper advanced, like really bad.
That you ask help.
Yeah. Oh gosh, yeah. I've reached out to so many other like people and organizations to help people out as best as I can. And oh man, some people's stories are really horrifying.
And you know what? I haven't had a break since New Year's.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. You need a break.
Yeah. I mean, after COVID, it's been nuts. I think.
There's another question for Pablo, and it's what do you have to say about religion and paranormal investigations?
Ooh, that's a good one. Well, I think it really depends on the investigator, because there's people who aren't into religion at all and try to still do this stuff. For me, I'm not super religious, but I know that there's things out there, and I just try to be as analytical as possible and just treat it as data. Everything is data. When I encountered my attachment and my spirit, I did turn to God and pray and everything. So that stuff, I think, honestly goes hand in hand together 100%. So even if you believe or you don't believe, it kind of goes hand in hand.
Do you think being in our fields the way what we do you think it makes you more religious? Or I'm gonna put it a different way, because when we try to cleanse an area, we say prayers, okay?
Yeah.
And indoors and outdoors. Do you think it makes you more closer to, not to God, but I mean to bringing peace using prayers?
Yes.
I think that's what I'd say.
I absolutely believe that. It's funny you say that, because I've been having conversations with my team too, who's been experiencing all like new paranormal phenomenon they haven't been used to. because they're starting to develop, like, I don't want to say abilities, but a connection to the paranormal world that's a little bit stronger than they've experienced before. So that I'm all for it. But if you guys know anything about that too, let me know, because that's a new thing, and we definitely need help with that too.
Oh, I'll help you.
Oh my gosh, Irene, you're the MVP. You're amazing.
You open up with a prayer before you go in. You close it with a prayer before you leave.
Okay, we'll do that. We'll try that, because I want to get deeper into this, and I feel like like I said, I'm not super religious, but I feel like the more and more I'm digging into this, the more I'm experiencing these paranormal events, the more I'm connecting with the spirits and conversing with them and having full-on conversations. It's like totally amazing, but it's like connecting me to that realm, and I would like to believe, like, it goes a lot deeper, and that's what I'm seeking. I'm chasing that.
See, I grew up as a minister's daughter, so I kind of got that growing up, that aspect of the religion and the paranormal. Unfortunately, one thing that really made me go away from the church and all that is they believe that everything is a demon, and then when you start getting into paranormal investigation, you're like, not everything is a demon. So I can't.
Yeah.
And it is hard to argue with someone that religious who's like, no, everything's a demon. I'm like, it's truly not.
100%. I have that problem all the time. We live in the South, and they are all about everything's a demon that you encounter, and the amount of comments I get is unreal. But yeah.
I had a lady who had to have her house cleaned, and she said, "Oh, Irene." Well, I go, "What? There's a demon in my house." I go, "Oh yeah." I'm sorry, but I had to laugh.
Wait,
why are you laughing? Because it's hilarious.
We got to take Irene on. When I went to Japan, we did a boat ride with unlimited alcohol. I feel like you guys would be super fun with that. We got to take you.
Oh, I'll bring my moonshine, okay?
I was gonna say, Irene doesn't really drink though, because I'll be like posting in the Cauldron that are cooking and paranormal. I'll be posting alcoholic drinks. I stopped doing that because Irene and other people but I don't drink, and I'm like, I kind of do.
Well, let's go. Let's go, man. Let's go.
Well, I do in the summertime when it's hot.
Perfect. Then
I just keep. Oh my.
We'll still have you though, even if it's not summer.
But I usually get hungry when I drink. That's why.
Like they had unlimited food there. Like I think it was like $80, and it was like that was the best thing ever. Like I loved that. You guys have the best prices in Japan for everything, I swear.
Well, not only that, I also cook a lot too.
Ooh, I love Japanese food so much too. Like, oh man,
Amanda, we gotta invite them to our cooking group.
Yeah.
I'm down.
We post recipes, and on holidays she posts her food, and I'm just like, ooh, I'm on my way, Irene.
I said, "What time you coming?"
Yeah. I was like, I'll be there. Make me a plate.
I'm on my way.
And she's like, oh, I had to start cooking since yesterday. I'm like, wow.
Well, it takes me 3 days, Nothing new. I mean, Children's Day is coming up in May, so I'm gonna start cooking in the kitchen again. And Easter, yeah, that's another thing. Yeah, gross.
Something to look forward to.
Going back to religion in paranormal investigations, one of the most haunted places I've been in, I would have to say, is actually churches. A lot of people don't believe that because it's such a holy ground. But then I was talking to someone who had similar experiences in churches. They're like, no, think about it. It makes a lot of sense. Think about the energy that goes into churches. You have funerals, you have weddings, but also think about the kind of people who are there on Sundays.
Yeah.
Yes, you have some of the regular churchgoers, but you also have a lot of people who just go on Sundays, act a fool the rest of the week. You also have some of the people who go there to act like, oh, I go to church and I read my Bible every day or whatever, I'm better than you. And I've actually ran into a lot of people who are just like, I'm better than you. And it's just, there's actually been a lot of people who said they stopped going to church because the second they go into a church, you always have those people who are just like, oh, you're not Christian enough. It's like, what?
Yeah. Yeah, that's very bad here too. Where in Oklahoma, I left. I was religious for a while, and I left because of that stuff. Actually, that's kind of what started my pivot to a more scientific approach. Was that being treated that way?
Yeah, I got treated that way the other day.
I'm so sorry. Gosh.
But because he was a Catholic churchgoer, and then I told him what I do. He said, "You can't be doing that and going to church." I said, "Why can't I?"
For me, I think I believe in all my experience and everything, I firmly believe that spirits are beings of energy. So it only makes sense that churches and places that are radiating energy of any kind would have stuff like that,
Yeah. Someone else wanted to ask you, and they're really coming in these questions for you, Pablo. How do you feel about the Catholic Church and all their paranormal secrets?
First, Irene, are you good?
Yeah. Honestly, I don't even know.
Hey,
I would know that because I didn't grow up Catholic, so I can't really.
Well, I have looked into that, and I've actually been to the Vatican and everything. I've been to where the Pope is, and honestly, even being on the grounds, there was something just kind of felt a little off. But I do firmly believe that the Catholic Church has a lot of information, especially in the Vatican Library, with books and stuff that they aren't sharing with the public. I think there's a good reason for that. So honestly, I believe that they have things that they are hiding, but I don't think we're ever going to find out. But they do have some paranormal secrets, and they have secrets of every kind, secrets of crimes they've committed, secrets of paranormal, secrets of God too, I'm sure.
Yeah.
There is someone who they did their family tree, and they actually have one of the popes on there. They're just like, if the pope isn't supposed to try to keep it family friendly, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
How did he have a child with someone?
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. I mean, there's so many documentaries about the Vatican and the Pope, and it goes on and on. But I think they've been pretty well exposed by now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're definitely hiding things. They're hiding a lot of things.
Oh, yeah.
There was they found a convent over in the Vatican,
mm-hmm.
where they used to have a bunch of where the nuns used to go, that they hid their pregnancy, and once they give birth, they would throw the babies into the basement, and they found all the skeletons down there. So yeah, they used that one was used just to hide the pregnant nuns and just cover the fact that they were pregnant.
Yeah, that's, oh my gosh, that's sickening. Yeah. That's, I mean, there's a lot of secrets there, and I wish it was different, but yeah. Even there's a lot of evidence of like missing kids and stuff that will show up they're wearing robes and stuff in the Vatican, and that's crazy.
Yeah.
But they got money, they're hiding things, they're good at it, and they've been doing it for a long time.
Well, there's always a dark side to every situation, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's a good question. Dang, you guys, the audience is awesome. These are great questions.
It is. I see these questions. I'm like, honestly, I wouldn't even know about the Catholic that much, because I never really paid attention.
It's crazy. It goes deep. Like I feel like you could spend a lifetime researching it, honestly.
Oh, you probably could.
Yeah.
And you notice that they have some bodies that are in the tombs in the churches, but they look like they're just sleeping.
Oh yeah,
And
I've seen one of those.
yeah, especially the nun. Remember, I forgot her name, but she was really sick and she drank this water from 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 whatever from the mountain. I think it's from the stream, and she got better and she died really young when she was 30 years old, 35 years old. Her body is in a church, and she's like this, and she has a rosary bead hanging from her wrist, and she just looks like she's sleeping.
Oh yeah, I saw one of a priest in a Catholic church in Italy, and it looked exactly like he was just sleeping, but he was dead for over 100 years. Like
Yeah.
oh yeah, that is so creepy. And how do they do it so well too? But their skin even like has like a interesting glow to it and everything. It
Yeah.
is
So
really,
weird.
yeah.
So they have been preserved. They have been embalmed, but that embalming does it only lasts a little while, right?
Yeah.
This is beyond that.
Wow. Gosh. I oh by the way, I'll tell you guys about the latest comment later. I love Irene. You guys are the best.
Oh, I wanted to. There's a place in Kyoto
Yeah.
where a samurai said long time ago, especially where she is now in Nagasaki. They have a little mountain. Okay, they had 24 Christians, and they had 2 priests, brother and something else, and they were all crucified long time ago because we're the
No.
Oh, we lost
No.
Oh, she's back.
Irene. We can't hear you, and it looks like a good story.
Irene, come back.
She's going off. She's going crazy.
We can't hear you, Irene.
She'll be back.
I adore her. She's awesome.
Oh yeah, I love her. That's why I'm so thankful when I found her here, because I was like, I feel so alone in the paranormal here in Japan. And then luckily I found Irene, and she's like, I'm in Tokyo, and yeah, it's just me. So now it's just me and you now.
That's awesome that you're able to find someone out there, especially with it being so taboo and everything.
Oh
You know?
yeah.
Yeah. Oh my
And
gosh.
that's the funniest thing. And I also, because it's so haunted over here. And I tell people this all the time too, is Japan is the place where I've seen the most, I would have to say the most.
You see, every time that I do talk about places, this is what happens.
Spare
That's
something like you're talking about it over, because we're in Japan. You're like, nope, can't talk about it.
if you think about it, you saw her hands moving and stuff. Why did her audio go away? You know what I mean?
I don't know. That's what I was telling her. I'm like, this looks like such a good story because you're so into it. And we're like,
Well, there's a place in Kyoto, in the mountain, where they crucified the Christians, 24 of them, plus a priest, and it's extremely haunted.
Oh wow.
It's in the forest, and
I'm gonna visit there soon.
they built a statue of Jesus Christ, and they built a Mother Mary, and they bleed from their eyes and in the palms of their hands.
Oh wow.
So it creates dogma.
What's
Like
dogma?
they're like, yeah, they're doing this. They're crying blood.
Oh wow. That's interesting. We have a statue that cries sometimes here at the witch's grave, but that's nothing like blood or anything. That I gotta see that. That sounds incredible.
And it's in Kyoto. Hey, Amanda, when you go to Kyoto, you should go there.
I'm going to. You're gonna have to tell me where. I'm gonna go there because I'll be there middle or late June. So that's gonna be one of the places I go.
But it's really haunted. You can't go there alone, dear.
Okay.
What I was searching so hard for paranormal locations and things like that online, and people like deleted so much stuff. I'd find like remnants of like half conversations, and people would go back and delete things. And I I was amazed, and I've never heard of some of the stories I'm learning about tonight, and that's amazing. I got to know more.
I got them all up here in my head.
You really
That's
have to do
amazing.
some research over here. Yeah, unfortunately they just delete it because they just don't want anything to do with it. They don't want to ask questions. They don't want to talk about it. They just want to pretend it never happened. So
I always wonder if it's like, oh, if I left it on the internet, are they thinking that that's a portal that they left open, inviting the spirit in, maybe? So that's why they go back and delete it.
Probably because they had problems after they posted it too.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, because some of the like a lot of the places I was researching is like the Nichiren ghost town. I'm totally butchering that name, but there's like a bunch of places like, yeah.
You're forgiven. You're
Thank
allowed
you.
to butcher it.
Thank you. My heart.
I also do a TikTok, Bella Spooky Tales, and it started off with trying to do a lot of the urban legends of Japan because there's so many. I started also going worldwide with them too, just to include different places.
Mhm.
But some of the Japanese names I cannot pronounce. I'm just going to try and say it once, and I even put on there, hey, I might not be saying this right, and I apologize. I'm going to try and say this once. Just telling you about it.
And then Amanda has to call me and say, how do you say that word?
I was like, well, it was as close as I could get to it.
I kid you not. I struggled with Takugawa Yoshinobu so much. Like when we were shooting, I butchered his name pretty hard. So I get it. I relate.
Well, you'll have lots of you'll be able to speak that word because my son's name is Yoshinobu.
Really? That's so cool. Wow. I love that.
Yoshinobu was an old samurai name. He did a lot of good and he was very strong and powerful.
I love that. That's perfect. I'm glad you named your kid that. That's awesome.
Yeah, so I was saying before when Irene kind of just disappeared on us that Japan, I have noticed because I've always done paranormal investigations, but Japan, I've seen the most shadow figures.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yes.
But
they're not really shy here about making themselves known. Even if they're just passing by, they might be like, hey, I'm here. Okay, bye.
That's so interesting you say that. I feel like I saw the most shadow people there. Like when you see shadow people, how do you see them? Like, are they, for me, I usually see them like running on all fours or crouched down just like crazy fast.
Yeah.
It's just for here, for me, it's been just one big, the silhouette like of a person.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. And I met lots of, like, I'm so interested in that because a lot of people I've talked to and other investigators, they'll see them in all different kinds of ways. Like they'll see it as light, they'll see it as regular people, or like kind of see through, like in the movies or something, you know. So it's so interesting. I always get interesting answers when I ask.
Did you notice when you go into a Japanese hotel or a place that they don't have any mirrors in the living room or anywhere else, only in the bathroom or only above the sink?
That's
you know why?
Yeah.
Why? You know why, right?
No, why is that?
Mirrors can be portals.
Well, oh yeah.
So they don't want them in the room that you live. I don't have any mirrors in my living room. The only mirror I have is in my above the sink near the bathroom.
So they don't believe that the bathroom might be a portal for spirits. So why not just have no mirrors at all?
Well, you can't do that. You know that, right?
What happens if you do that?
I mean, yeah. Well, there's another way. You know, there's always the windowsill. There's always a window, right? Because window can be a portal too. That's
true. They'll just find a way, you know?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, they'll find a way. You know, spirits, they can do anything they want to. And they can go anywhere where they want to, whether you like it or not, right?
Yeah.
So that's why you don't have mirrors in the living room, or you don't hang mirrors in the living room either.
That's interesting. I'll steer clear of the mirrors in my living room then.
Or, you know, even your TV set it acts like a mirror too, you know. So
you know what? I'm just getting rid of my whole house then, you know.
There's a way of cleansing your mirror, if you're not savvy, but yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm not familiar with that. How do you do that?
Oh, you can say prayers to it. I
Oh.
usually say the Lord's Prayer, and you can use Palo Santo, and you go counterclockwise, or Sage go counterclockwise because you're trying to get rid of it.
Okay, sweet.
Clockwise, you're bringing it in. Counterclockwise, you're removing it.
Okay. So if I was at an investigation where I feel like there isn't a lot of paranormal activity, I could reverse Sage and possibly bring spirits to me.
You should just talk to it. It comes
Oh.
out no matter what I do. It doesn't matter. I said, hey, you're there. You go, yeah, I'm here. Okay, what is your name? Okay, I'm so it says that's how'd you die? Okay, I died this way. Okay. Yeah, I don't have to do that. I just have to open my mouth and they come running.
Like, oh, Areen's talking. Let's go.
And if it's great if you bring props like candy, like hard candy, chocolate, stuff like that. You bring out the more children's spirits will come out and talk to you and interact with you.
Oh, I love that. I love that. I've not done that yet. That's interesting. I love that.
And if you leave it there, or if you have a toy, you can buy a teddy bear, right, at the store, and they usually have a computer chip in it, right? And they're voice activated. So if you put a teddy bear there, that's a clean teddy bear, or even a Furby that hasn't been used.
A Furby. Ooh, that would be good.
Take it out of the box, put it there, let it go, turn on the batteries, and let it go in a haunted place.
Yeah, Irene is clairvoyant, so
that's amazing.
That yeah, I'm sensitive too, but I grew up obviously afraid to use a gift being in a Christian household, because to them, if you have a gift with spirits, you're obviously have an attachment or possessed. And
so that's why I'm helping her
stay away from it. Yeah,
I'm helping Amanda open up.
Yeah.
And you're helping her open up with like prayers and stuff, because I'm trying to get
by just talking to her and cluing her on certain things and how to relax and how to motivate yourself to open up and how to see things without opening up your eyes, just closing your eyes and seeing it in front of your face.
Yeah.
And how do you do this?
That's amazing. Wow. I have so much to learn. I love this. Thank you guys.
Well, I was taught by a Scottish witch and a warlock, actually, and he's a white witch, and he helped me open up my third eye, and now I see everything and I hear everything around me.
That's like probably the coolest thing I've ever heard.
See? They're coming in. Look.
Yeah.
I'm calling them in. See?
Oh, wow. I see distortion on your camera. Yeah, I'm seeing distortion on your camera.
I'm calling them in.
Oh, wow. That's so fascinating. Even like with my knowledge of cameras, your camera shouldn't be doing that. I don't know why it's doing that.
It gets really bright and it gets really dark. So to come is to do this in Japan. We don't say this. We go this way.
You go like this?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I can see you, Pablo, in Japan, just walking around.
Just walking around the streets. Get away from that guy. I don't know what his problem is.
Ooh, he's weird.
Then I tell him I'm a ghost hunter. Then
they'll say, "Oh, you need to go to Looney Bin." Yeah,
that's what they will say. Yeah, they'll just walk away from.
He's a paranormal investigator. He's let's get him out of the country.
Can't you just say that in front of customs when you come in the country? What are you in Japan for? Well, I'm just thinking paranormal investigation. You go,
Oh my gosh, me trying to explain my luggage with they held my luggage for 3 days.
Shit.
No.
Yeah, they held it for 3 whole days. That was crazy, but I had to explain to them that I'm a paranormal investigator and that this is like paranormal investigation equipment and everything. Like, so
when you come to customs, I'll give you my name, I'll give you my address, I'll give you my phone number, and then you can say you're visiting me, and that'll be okay.
Oh my gosh, that would be awesome.
You
Oh
just
my
call
gosh.
Irene and be like, Irene, explain.
Irene, please, I'll
Sure,
put the
no
phone
problem.
out.
I'll pick you up at the friggin' airport.
There we go. Heck yeah. That's amazing. That'll save me the subway ticket, right?
Nah, and you could crash at my place. I don't care.
Boom. All right. With the
Oh, I remember
goats, you see
first
me
time
up at night like this.
Yeah, you know, say, hey, you can't do that. Or my eldest son. My eldest son's even worse, man. Well, yeah, we'll talk about later on.
Okay.
I remember the first time I took a train here in Japan. It was the most confusing thing ever.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, the signs. What
Mhm.
the signs? We took like several YouTube videos to figure out how to navigate the trains, and we still got lost. Yeah. Yeah. We still had
Almost
to ask
missed
for
the,
help so many times.
We almost missed the Shinkansen as well because one of our translators was looking at our ticket and it said it actually said the seat number, it said seat 17, but he thought that said that it was on track 17. So we went to the complete wrong track and we nearly missed our train, but we backtracked and got onto it. But it's just on a billboard, nice and easy, but not on the ticket.
We'll
And
take
now we
it
know.
by plane. Let's go by plane. Shinkansen is really expensive. I'm not paying $600 for a seat. You?
No, heck
Yeah, then we
no.
paid like $80, I think, for our seats to go from Tokyo to Osaka.
Yeah, we'll take a plane. It's only a couple $100.
There we go.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't. I'm sorry. What is it? $70.
So yeah, it
Seven?
depends on who you go with.
Yeah.
There's
All
Peach,
right.
there's Peach Airline, that's the cheapest.
Japan Airlines has one. Let's see. Oh, there's another one. There's an Australian Jet Airlines. Is another one. That's an Australian group that's coincide with Qantas.
Mhm.
And Sarjet is their name, and they go all over locally in Japan.
Wow. That's that. See, I should have hit you guys up and then like, hey, how can I travel through here? I don't know anything. Like, how do I read the signs?
Oddly, me and Irene were talking about that like a while ago after you were here. I'm like, man, I wish he would have talked to us more. We could explain more stuff here. So
Yeah.
now things make it more sense after you were already here. You're like, man, we
I
can
know.
educate so much.
It just happened so fast. Like we planned the trip and we were doing our best. And at the time, I was working a full-time job and everything. So it's like, oh my gosh, it was a lot to keep up with. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, sorry, but I definitely next time though we're definitely going a second time, and I'm like it's gonna be way different than the first time. First time was kind of like a trial run.
Hit me up, and I'll take you, and you'll have two translators. Like I'll help you with the English side, and my husband will be doing the Japanese side for all of us. So
That'd be amazing. Yeah, that would be so helpful. I can't tell you how many like restaurants it took like a while to, because like my translator, we went to Japan, right?
Mhm.
3 days. He finds a little girl and he gets a girlfriend and everything. It totally takes off. I'm like, man, it took you 3 days in Japan. You got a girlfriend? Like that's crazy. And he went off and he started like hanging out with her. So that left us alone to be our own translators.
Well, don't have to worry about that. I'm married. I got 3 kids, and all of them are spooky booky, dude.
Well, good. Don't be running off with people. We can't have it happen again.
No, we won't do that. We'll stick with you because
Thank
I've gotta protect your butt too. You know.
Yes, please. I need. I had an attachment for months. Oh my gosh.
But I'll protect your butt. Don't worry about it.
Thank you. That means a lot. Thank you.
Just your butt, though, nothing else.
Okay.
So, well, I don't know. I gotta protect everyone, you know. But Amanda's learning how to come into her gifts a little bit more. So by the time I'm finished with her, yeah, we'll both be there.
That would be amazing. Oh my god.
I'll take you to Suicide Waterfall too.
There's a waterfall? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, because a long time ago, after the World War II, when Japan lost the war, it's in the mountains of Tochigi Prefecture, okay? And it's a really big waterfall. I have a picture of it. And what it's really high off the mountain. And when Japan lost the war, a lot of elderly people climbed the mountain and perished to their death.
Whoa.
And you know
Wow.
what? You could see the residual energy of the people jumping.
Whoa. Oh
And
my God.
if you take a still photograph, you could see it more. You could see,
I gotta see that.
we'll go.
Oh my gosh. That sounds amazing. Oh my gosh.
Amanda, we're going, right?
Yeah, that's one thing I told Irene I'd be interested to do with her is go there because especially if you died because you lost in World War II, United States, we go over there, we're there. And it's like I wonder how they would interact with me compared to you. If that would maybe spike things up or they just be more angry. I'm there.
Possibly, yeah. Like they an American and they
Yeah.
get mad at you and maybe something happened. That'd be interesting.
I did a podcast to Hiroshima at the Dome. I lost my podcast 3 times because they didn't like it. They didn't want to talk about it. And yeah, I mean, there are times when I could find where the link was because the link would take me to some dumb freaking thing that had nothing to do with the podcast, right? But yeah, I just okay, guys, stop it, okay? I'm trying to do my work here, okay? Let me do my work and I'll leave afterwards. Yeah, sometimes you have to act like that because they're gonna just say, yeah, nigga, I need to. I said, yes, you are. Like I'm trying to not negotiate, but I'm saying, hey, you do this one more time. I'm not gonna use.
I'm gonna get you, like.
Yeah, but it was pretty bad. But I had a guy named Robert. He worked giving relief to the people after the war, and he died in the atomic bomb blast.
Oh, whoa. Wow.
And all his kids, his wife and kids are all.
Oh my gosh. See,
So-
it's kind of sad that Japan that they have such a taboo against the paranormal because I really genuinely feel like there's a lot of spirits there and they all have stories to tell and they all want
Oh yeah.
to
Oh
do
yeah.
it, you
But
know?
I mean, if you're very honest and saying, okay, I want you to tell me about it. I want you to tell me your story, they'll be inclined to really tell you about it. And they'll have a full-blown conversation with them too.
Yeah, I love those. Those are my favorite. For
And
sure.
let's do it.
Yeah, let's go. I want to. I need to. Like we're going. I'll hit you guys up. We'll get something going because that's something we don't want to miss out on, and it would make an amazing video. Like we'd probably get something.
You know what? Nobody thinks about doing it, right?
Yeah.
Because it's so close off to the rest of the country or to the rest of the whatever world, whatever you want to call it, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, they just don't know how to begin to even start doing that.
Yeah, and it's not like they can speak openly about it either. So it's so shut off. So it's gosh.
And before we went live, me and Irene kind of invited ourselves with Pablo when he comes to Japan. Like, we're gonna join you.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
We're gonna have fun together. We're gonna have a good meal at my house. We're gonna talk spooky stories. Probably be careful about the videos because if we talk about the videos, if we watch one, they'll come to my son and they come to him.
Do they?
And he comes out and says, Are you watching a haunted video? I go, no. He goes like this. I said, well, I'm not. And he looks at my phone. He goes, yeah, well, that spirit came to my room and stood in front of me. I said, okay, we're not doing that. Okay, I'm turning it off. Let's watch something else.
Yeah.
We have to, we gotta, but you can ask him too about certain things too.
Oh my gosh. See, now I want to meet your son too. Like,
well, actually, all 3 of my kids are spooky booky, but
really?
I'm my youngest son.
Oh, you're just a full family of
Yeah,
clairvoyants.
yeah, we're all crazy.
Not crazy.
Well, to others, we are a little bit out there, okay? Yeah,
Who isn't? I mean, who isn't anymore? And the normal people are boring, so
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, define the word normal, okay?
yeah.
I'm far from it. Okay, I'm the most nuttiest person ever, but I'm brutally honest, right?
That's the best.
And that's why they get scared.
But maybe that's why spirits are attracted to you, because you're honest and you don't hold, like, you're just yourself, you know?
Yeah,
I think
take a number.
I think they also know who is sensitive to the other side, so that's also why they don't. Because I tried, like I said, growing up in a Christian household, I was afraid to use it. But then I tried to be like, okay, let's not use this. Let's not have this gift. But it comes to the point where eventually they're just like, nope, you're sensitive. We know it. We're not doing this.
They know you're coming, Amanda. You know that. I told you that already. They know you're coming. They can smell you a mile away.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I've been running from, like, when I was a kid, I saw all kinds of stuff and I had all kinds of experiences, and I ran away from that, and it's always been something that's pulled me back in. So that's interesting. It's kind of seems like it's doing the same with you too, Amanda.
Yes. Spirits are just like, we're not doing this.
Like, we're not done with you. You're gonna find out about us. Like,
But the thing is, you either or. That's your choice. And to keep you alive, you do.
yeah. Your cat is staring intensely.
Because he's a paranormal cat. He sees spirits too.
I love that.
And he's pretty old. He's about 45 years old. So
Oh my gosh.
yeah, well, you see, that's why he's a paranormal cat.
Mm-hmm.
He has a soul inside him, and that's why he lives long. But yeah, he's my black cat.
I love that. Black cats are my favorite, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what do you I noticed in some cultures they celebrate the Day of the Dead, like in Mexico and in southern part of America. What do you feel about that?
What was your question again?
Like these in the southern part of America, they have a celebration of the Day of the Dead.
Mm-hmm.
What is your feelings about that? And what do you think about celebrating somebody who died?
I think honestly, when I die, I would like to be celebrated. I think it's kind of a beautiful take on death. It's something we all have to go through, unfortunately. And the Dia de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead, is just like a beautiful way to encompass respecting someone's life, because it's more about, like, for that, I feel like it's more about celebrating the person's 50 years of being here rather than the day that they died. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna tell you one thing, okay? It coincides with me. My birthday's July 16th, okay?
Mm-hmm.
It's how we celebrate Obon here, and you celebrate the Day of the Dead.
In Japan?
So you're supposed to clean the graves at midnight
Oh, wow.
and bring food for them to eat because they get hungry. It's the most haunted month in Tokyo.
That's interesting. When I went to the cemeteries, I found, like, beers and bowls of, like, rice and stuff. So that's probably exactly what I saw.
And in the countryside, they celebrate on the 25th and 26th of August.
Oh, wow.
But in Tokyo, it's the 16th of July, which is my birthday, which I have to make sticky rice and food for the dead on my birthday. Thanks, Mom. You know?
I'm sorry.
Like,
Yeah.
I bet they'll appreciate it, though.
Irene and I actually had this conversation last night about cemeteries here compared to back in the United States, because there is a shortage of land here. As Irene was saying, it's law here now that everyone gets cremated.
Oh.
And it's very usual that it's very common here that every household has like a shrine in their house dedicated to their deceased loved ones. But also like, in the cemetery, the graves are not just for one person. The gravestone is not just one person. It'll have like your family name on the front side. On the back, it has the names of everyone's listed because their bones get put into, you said, a ceramic pot. And inside the square there, so it has everyone listed on the back whose bones are in that.
Oh, wow.
It's all encased. It's all encased in marble.
Yeah, I've seen those, and that's wow. The cemeteries out there are gorgeous too. Holy cow!
Let's go to Aoyama Cemetery too, okay?
Yeah, let's go.
Tokyo. It's one of the most oldest haunted cemeteries ever, and at nighttime it's really dark and you can't find your way out.
Ooh, so it's like a maze. Ooh, that's even better.
But my husband knows how to get out of there, so we'll drag him. We'll use him. You go first.
Good.
I love how we already have his trip planned for him before he even gets out here. You're like, just tell us the dates and we have everything planned for you.
Hey, that saves me time. I'm happy with that. I'm okay with that.
You only need money for travel, and the hotels are usually about $45 or $50 a night. So yeah, we'll see one of them things. We don't need no dumb, stupid, expensive $100 a night hotel. I don't do that. I'm sorry. I travel cheap. Okay.
Yeah. I love traveling cheap. That's my whole thing.
At least breakfast is included. Hell yeah.
Yeah, it depends. Yeah.
We gotta do this, okay? Because if we don't, you're gonna miss out on something really different. And I'll take you to different places.
Yeah.
It's not frightening. It's not what you can't see can be frightening, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just, yeah. It is what it is, okay?
Hey, that's what I live for. I'm all for it. Like, I love that stuff.
Well, we'll have fun.
Yeah, I know we will. It'll be good. I'm super excited. I want to shoot as many videos as I can out there, honestly, because I actually plan here in the next coming weeks. I haven't announced it yet, but I'll be going full time in Boozy Bros. So I'm going to be doing just nothing but videos and trying to be the best I can be. So. Yeah. Japan will be a little bit after that, and I'll be ready to go. Like, I'll have all the time.
Plan yourself. Make sure you have enough funds, or make sure you have enough. You're ready to go, and get yourself an international driver's license if you have one. So both you got my husband and you can share driving.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't answer that.
Yeah, I was quite surprised at like how the easy requirements it is to get the international driver's license.
It is, yeah,
crazy. Like they let you drive just on that. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, and probably you can get it with your ticket too. When you come, you can buy a pack.
Oh, I didn't know that. What? Dang, I should have done that last time. What the heck?
Well, I'm telling you now, okay?
Yeah.
Buy your ticket. If you could buy it online, you could buy it with your ticket and travel.
Okay, sweet.
Don't buy hotel because they could stiff you on that. Just the car alone. You could pick it up at the airport. You could park it. You could park it in our driveway because we don't have one. So yeah.
All right, perfect.
We'll have fun together, and
and probably get some of the craziest activity I ever got, honestly, because I've yet to investigate with anyone that has abilities or clairvoyant or anything, and I am eager to do that. I'm so eager to do that, honestly.
Well, Amanda and I will be there.
Yeah, both of you ladies would be just phenomenal. Like, that would be incredible.
The only thing is that there are rules to it. And if I say don't do that, please don't do that.
Okay. I'll trust me. I'll listen. I learned my lesson last time. Like I'll listen.
Anything bad to happen to you, and I don't want you to get hurt, and I don't want you to get sick either.
Yeah, me
Those are
neither.
those are the two rules that I have for both of you guys. But yeah, as long as you're there with us, and then Amanda will tell you too, and then I on top of it will help you with that also. And yeah, make it a positive experience and learn and have fun at the same time.
Okay. Yeah, I will totally do that. I promise. I will definitely listen because I don't need any other attachments or any sicknesses or anything.
Yeah. I mean, they're real to remove, aren't they?
Yeah, they're strong. Like I swear I don't know if it's just because of the house I went to or what, but it was like crazy strong. I've gotten attachments before, but nothing like that.
Did you bring salt with you when you left?
No, I did go to a temple after, but I thought it had an effect. I even got charms and everything. We went before and after, and it still got an attachment. I don't know.
You gotta put salt on your right side, left side, on your body, on your legs, and on your head.
After every investigation?
A lot of times here, yeah. Same way we do for funerals. After we go to a funeral, we cleanse ourselves. It's a light cleansing, but it works. So always bring a bag of sea salt with you.
Sea salt?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, sweet. Yeah, I'll do that.
Also, here, one thing we were saying that you made a mistake of when you went into where you investigated, you didn't ask permission.
Yeah.
To enter, or you didn't say, "Hey, I'm here to talk to you. I mean you no harm." And that's because Japan is really big in respect here. So even if they were friendly, that's one of the you just like walked into someone's house, you're like, "Okay, let's talk."
Yeah, that's true. That could have been my mistake too, honestly, why the spirit I encountered was so angry. I don't know, but I didn't do that. I didn't know to do that. Thanks for telling me.
And before you leave, you have to tell them, no, you stay here. I'm going to leave. Thank you for letting me talk to you. Thank you for conversing with me. Thank you for being so patient with me. I have to go now. I want you to stay here, and you can't come with me.
Oh yeah, at the end of it, I was so scared. I was bowing, going "Simasen," like so much, just bowing to the doors. I bowed to the shoes. I bowed to the table, like everything. I was like, "I'm so sorry for coming in here. I'm leaving."
Well, that's gonna work either. You know that.
Yeah, I gotcha. I learned my lesson.
Even the categories, that was your mistake there.
Take two.
Your kitty's saying something.
Oh no, he knows. He knows that I'm talking about spirits. Just like I gotta feed him.
So, Amanda, I gotta know, since you've been practicing your abilities and stuff, have you had any like stronger encounters since then?
I don't know if it's because I'm here, but like I said, I've seen more shadow figures here than I have anywhere else, or even in my lifetime. It's just I got here and all of a sudden there's just like shadow figures. The first time I moved into my place, I was walking my dog at night and I saw a shadow figure standing there looking at me, and because I'm just not used to them staying there staring, at first I was just like,
whoa,
am I losing it?
I've never gotten them to stare. What did it look like?
It was just like this tall, it was tall and built looking, like big, tall and built looking person. I can't see if it was like armor or if it was like their body that just looked really, like big.
Oh wow.
And at first I was just like, is it really there? But my dog at the time just turned 2 years old, so she was still very puppy like.
Yeah.
Where if she saw a person, she had to go, she'd always, go and bark and want to go sniff them to see friendly or not, have to introduce herself.
Yeah.
And she reacted like there was an actual person there. So I'm like, okay, my dog sees this, so it's there.
Yeah, he a long time ago. He was an old spirit. He's attached to the land, and he just a second. He had a house nearby, He died in the house a long time ago. I think his name is Masahiro, if I'm not mistaken. He's about 80 years old too.
And that was the spirit you encountered?
Yeah, that's him. I
Wow.
found him.
Oh wow, dang, that's so cool.
There was one, I want to say last month, I had a caller on because I was out with my dog at night and I heard, because I have a bay right behind my apartment building.
Yeah.
So we see like the water, the water there and everything. And in the water, I heard this really high pitched scream. But it's like
Ooh.
literally in the water. It didn't even sound human. So I knew it wasn't like a person who fell in or something.
Yeah.
So I called Irene and I was like, what is this scream? And she was just like, unfortunately, it was someone who, it was a woman who drowned here.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
There's a woman who drowned here and her spirit is still attached to the water. And she had a boyfriend here who she ended up pregnant with, but he didn't want anything to do with the pregnancy.
Yeah. So unfortunately he said, yeah, I'm not going to take responsibility. Yeah, bye. That's what he said.
And he like drowned her?
Possibly.
Oh, wow.
I'm seeing, okay, I got it. He went like this to her and then he put her in the water.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing.
Oh my gosh, that's horrifying.
You see that? I hate that because I see those things.
Yeah,
I get murders. I get suicides. I get everything like that, and I get children. I hate that. And sometimes it's, you know what? I don't want this anymore.
Gosh,
yeah, I'm done. But
you're tough. You're tough. I don't know if I can handle that because if I'm seeing and experiencing people's deaths of kids and all kinds of things,
the thing is, I know information about a lot of things that happened to my friends and their families, and I can't say anything about it because, it's I have to live with it till the day I die, and it's on my shoulders.
Oh my gosh, you're tough. Wow.
No, I wasn't because I used to cry a lot.
Oh man, I'm so sorry. I mean, who wouldn't? I mean, that's heavy. That's really heavy. And
It is, and the things that I have to keep in my mouth and keep in my head and keep down here so it doesn't get out. So the person whose family it's all about, I can't tell them. And like, heck, if I'm going to do it right.
Yeah. Don't you wish you could you could just speak openly all the time? Like,
I'm not going to get myself into trouble. I'm sorry.
Yeah. This is not worth it sometimes.
Oh yeah. And I know there's a place, my friend's house is in Michigan. His house was, before he bought it, it was one huge land. It used to be a slave owner. There's a little girl he bought a little girl named Sadie, a black girl, and he killed her. And he belted her a lot because she had a mouth. She'd speak her mind, and he killed her. And her body's underneath the master bedroom. The people who bought the house next, his son gave property to his son, and his son killed his whole family on the property. And I know where their bodies are too.
Oh wow.
But dang. Yeah, and I had to clean his house, and I cleaned outside, and I had to cross over all those spirits in the house and outside. Oh gosh, yeah.
And that's
6 hours.
They're like, oh gosh, it's like they're reaching out to you, trying to get you to tell too.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Oh, made the family sick too, and the wife of the house, like she was in and out of the hospital and everything like that. And then, yeah, spirits can make you sick.
Yeah. Oh yeah, big time.
Indirectly, they can do that. So yeah, stuff happens, and you have to really be careful, and you have to handle it with kid gloves, almost like. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of places that I know that had. Well, there's one there, there's one there, there's one there, and there's one there, and they go. well, I was gonna call the cops and I was gonna have them dig it up. He said, nah, I don't think so, cause all my friends in Japan, yeah, she's a paranormal investigator. She knows where the dead bodies. How do you know? Well, like, yeah. Right?
They're like, Irene, are you the murderer? You gotta tell us.
Yeah, right. I'm like, how the heck am I supposed to go there? I'll show you my passport. I haven't been anywhere.
Yeah, there's a lot of spirits around where I am. I've taken pictures and I showed Irene. I'm like, there's one here. There's one here.
Oh,
There's that one down there.
Yeah.
There is one. There's also some I've seen across the bay where they just watch the water and they just protect the water.
That's amazing.
I see it, but it's one of those things where he knows I see it, but it's like, nah, I'm not here for you. I'm just protecting the bay. So
have you ever gotten a chance to capture something with your camera? Like, have you ever gotten like any shapes or humanoid figures or anything?
I haven't here yet, and usually it's because they've been like in and out real quick. That's when I'm walking my dog. I usually don't have my phone on me because she's pure muscle, so she can pull. And I stopped bringing my phone because I kept them dropping it.
Smart, yeah.
And then there's times where they'll just visit in the house for like a moment.
Mm-hmm.
And like my dog will hear it first and she'll run and start barking at it. And I'll go to see why is she barking. And there's just like this shadow figure standing. It's like, okay, I'm here. Bye. And it disappears. Wow. And I'm like, what?
It's like, hey, what if it's like, hey, I'm here when you're ready. Like, I'm here when you're ready to talk.
Oh yeah, I would definitely try and probably shoot a picture then.
Yeah. Yeah, I've only gotten one successful picture, but it was like before I was investigating, before I was like during a time when I was hiding and running away from this sort of thing. That I caught a picture of a young Native American girl in my closet because I kept having this reoccurring dream of a woman in a purple dress constantly attacking me and screaming at me. And the only way I could defend against her was hitting her with a book. And so eventually I ended up seeing this figure in my closet. I snapped a picture real fast and I got like an image of a young lady with a headdress on. But then I took multiple photos and it only showed up in one photo. So that, but of course, like that, I lost that a long time ago. But I wanted to get something like that.
Running Wolf, her name was.
Running Wolf?
Yeah.
Oh, what did she say why she was wanting to talk to me and why she kept coming in my dreams at all?
She wanted you to cross her over.
Oh, wow. That kind of breaks my heart. That makes sense. Because
time ago of a fever and she wanted help.
Dang. Can you tell her I'm sorry I didn't know back then?
Well, she hears you right now.
Oh, good. Gosh. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense because she even showed herself to my grandfather who doesn't speak English at all, and I never told him about it. And he came inside one day and he was like, Who's that lady out in the field with the headdress on and the purple dress? Like, so that's interesting. Wow.
See, we could do this all day, can't we?
Yeah.
He's learned so much, so we're gonna just start scheduling him back so he can learn more and more. So when he comes here to Japan, when he's out there walking like this, he'll already.
Hey, stop that! You don't want to ask Robin to come with you. No.
Like, Pablos, you're embarrassing me. Stop.
No, I'll say, not that one, not that one.
Don't want to touch that one.
Do you normally take other people on your investigations a lot or no?
I usually do it by myself with my husband. He's not interested, but he'll go with me.
Yeah. That's awesome.
But yeah, he's the driver, and we go together.
I love that.
He just freaks out a lot. Yeah, he doesn't tell anybody what I do either.
He can't tell his buddies at work.
When I see the ambulance go by, I know what's in it too.
You do what?
I see if there's somebody dying in the ambulance, I said, uh-oh.
Oh,
If it's a person in the hospital on life support, I said, uh-oh.
oh man. And
Yeah.
you can see, you can like feel their presence leaving or something, huh?
Yeah, you can feel that they're on their way.
Gosh.
Yeah, that's why I don't like it. I don't like doing this. I don't like what I do. I hate what I do. It's no fun. It's
But you were chosen, and it sounds like you helped a lot of people. Honestly, it sounds like you genuinely help people. So
I'll help you too if you need it.
yeah, heck yeah, thank you.
I'll schedule you, pencil you in somewhere, you know. Yeah, it's our lives. It's the way what we do. See, it's getting really bright here. Look.
It is, yeah. You're like glowing over there.
Yeah, you see.
Yeah.
Welcome to my life. Yeah, but I mean, I think it's really hard when you're in this field. Like, there are very few of us who are really. We're not Saturday paranormal buffs. Like, we're really serious about what we do, and there's very few of us who really take it very seriously, right?
Yeah.
And it's how do you explain yourself to a person who's a Saturday buff? But but I know a lot of people have work. They have jobs and stuff like that. I get that, right? But I mean, yeah, it's I mean, the community is so like this big, right?
Yeah.
And who do you trust? Who do you listen to? Who do you consult with? And there's a lot of people who really don't know a lot.
Yeah, and who's out here for entertainment instead. It's hard to. It's difficult. I'm actually seeing a lot of investigators leaving the field too because of these reasons. Like there's a huge shift in YouTube and who's doing paranormal. Lots of big YouTubers are even quitting paranormal, like Seth Borden and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
what do you think of Zaki Bagans?
Well, I have to maintain a level of respect for him because he was, one of the first ones to kind of commercialize it a little bit. But at the same time, I think it, no matter how big you get or how rich you are, that conducting yourself like a gentleman should come first. And just some of the things that I've witnessed, and even some of the houses that I've been to that he's investigated, and I've talked to the owners where they're like, oh, they did this to my employee and he was so mean to me and blah blah blah. He seems kind of mean.
He's been banned from so many haunted locations due to how he treats people and the location.
Yeah,
Bobby's Mac was one of them. They said they don't even let people mention his name because he was so disrespectful when he was there. They're just like, we're not.
Yeah, I've been on podcasts where they will, before we start, they'll say like, all right, before we start, just don't even mention Zak Bagans. Don't even say that name. That's like banned here because he, unfortunately, I don't know why he's made a lot of enemies in the paranormal field, and it's so heartbreaking because he could have been a hero.
It's how he treats other people, like different locations. Unfortunately, the whole drama that he had with Destination Fear. I
love their Project Fear now, but I love those guys. Yeah.
I follow them on Project Fear now too, and I remember Dakota always kind of like, I can't speak fully about it, but
Yeah,
but he was good in the beginning. In the beginning, when he started out, it was really cool. It was really interesting when he started out in the beginning. But as it got,
yes, he did Dakota Lannon dirty. I do agree with that comment. I mean, he's not going to come out and say it, but he kind of
funny.
He follows me. Z follows me, and I go, okay, this is gonna be.
Well, that's unfortunately he has a lot of fake accounts that
I know,
follow. 'Cause
but I
have
mean,
fake
it's kind of
following me too.
funny, It's kind of funny, So,
Yeah.
So, how me and Irene, we obviously met through the paranormal stuff. We also became co-directors of Anubis Paranormal, the Japan chapter,
Mhm.
and it was so the person who started the Anubis, the main director of everyone, he actually investigated with Zach, and he knew Zach before he was famous, and he was just like, Zach's not the same person he was when I knew him.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, money and the fame definitely changed him.
yeah.
I can actually say I've met other people in this field that have gotten successful and are full timers, and they're definitely different from it too. It does. I think there's a certain level you get, and people change big
Yeah.
time. Yeah, but that was heartbreaking because I mean, honestly, Dakota didn't deserve the treatment he got for sure, and yeah, I wish he did it a little better. Honestly, I
So
wish Zach was better, man.
Do you
funny,
get? Do
the
you
funny
get?
thing is with Zach, the funny thing with Zach is his show wanted to come to Japan, and like you said, they wanted to how you can't find a lot of stuff because people are deleting stuff.
Yeah,
His someone from his team reached out to me to see if I could help out with that because like we want the research to show everyone before we go out there, but we're not in Japan. We're hoping you have other resources, and I'm just like, and I told Irene this because also one of the places they wanted to visit was that village we're talking about, and we're just laughing. We're just like,
point.
and we're just like we're gonna go watch and laugh as he's running around this village. But other than that, I'm like, I don't really have any concrete stuff that I could send because like everything gets deleted. You can't find anything.
yeah, seriously. And my biggest thing is with spirits as a paranormal investigator, when have you ever like you encounter spirits, you encounter paranormal phenomenon, when have you ever needed to be as that dramatic, you know what I mean? With things like I'm not punching at ghosts and stuff if I'm encountering one. I'm asking,
or you're not taunting them, or you're not going to say, come out and get me, come out and tag me,
come get me, I'm possessed. Yeah,
and bite me, like, oh geez, come on, give me a break.
That's not, I don't believe that's the paranormal world at all. I don't think that's
why my other son got really mad when I was watching a show. He goes, do you believe this guy? And I go, yeah, just let me watch it, okay? It's for entertainment only. He goes, yeah, well, if I see this guy, I'm gonna. I go, yeah, I know you. I know you like that, my son. Okay, I got you. I understand you. I feel the same way, but yeah, keep you cool. Let me just watch a show and have fun. He goes,
that's awesome.
What do you think about the people who ask money to go and investigate their place?
Like, if they own a place and they're saying, "Oh, pay $60, you can investigate my place."
No. Like, they want, how much do you charge to investigate my place?
How?
Like an exorcist type thing?
No. Like, I have a place that I need help with, and some people are charging money.
Oh, I know what you mean. Where people are charging people not for like to investigate their location, but like a paranormal investigator charging for their services. Oh, I'll help you if you pay me X amount of money.
Yeah.
Oh, so that my audience can like go to you and make your location more popular, type of thing.
No. It's like some investigators charges money just to go out front, just to go out there to see their place, to help them.
Heck?
Yeah,
I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, but it happens.
Yeah.
Because I had a lady, her son died. Okay, she asked me how much I charge to help her. I said, no, mine's all free. I don't charge money. She goes, holy cow, that's amazing, because a lot of people do charge money for that.
Wow. Wow, dude, that's crazy. No, I honestly, I feel like my circle and my community of people, they're very wholesome, just like you guys. I mean, we all. I mean, I think it should be free. I mean, you're just helping people. You're
Yeah,
in the field for that. I mean,
yeah.
uh, I feel like yeah, most the people that are in our community, they don't do that.
But
Sorry.
and then they asked me if I could help them reach out to their dead relatives. How much do you charge for that? I said, huh? I said, that's a new one. I said, why? She goes, because you must charge money for to talk to my dead relative. I go, no, never heard that one before. But yeah, they do charge.
Wow, gosh.
Yeah, and because you see, for me, it takes my energy, right? It draws a lot of energy out of me just to talk to a dead relative, and I have to be in a certain realm to do it. And when I go investigate, I meditate for maybe about 5 hours prior the
Mhm.
investigation. But yeah, I mean, it does take energy from your body, and you do have to, sometimes I sleep, sometimes I just get so totally exhausted, like I'm good, I'm drained. But yeah, it does drain you, but I still will do it free, and
Yeah.
I don't charge any money. But yeah, it's
No, yeah, I don't think that should ever be charged. When I was a young kid, I had a lot of paranormal experience as a kid, and I got in contact with a medium named Ann Albers,
mhm.
and she helped me out a ton, and she was able to um contact angels and help me out, and I mean she was big at the time too, and she could have totally charged me. I mean, shoot, she probably should have because she was pretty big. But um, I I don't believe in that. I think
Yeah,
yeah,
because it's usually now it's like $20 for an hour, $50 for so many hours, and $100 for 3 days.
3 days. People are doing this for several days.
Yeah. Well, you can't get information in
Oh
one session, right? So
yeah.
sometimes it takes, like for me, sometimes I'll do it for 1 week.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because the information you get is in bits and pieces, right?
Yeah.
So you have to put the whole puzzle together.
Yeah, that's true. That's kind of the theory that 28 Days Haunted is built off of, right?
Yeah,
Where yeah,
exactly, exactly. And you may not understand it until you come home and go, huh? Oh, okay. Now I get it. Like, yeah.
yeah.
Sorry, sorry.
You
I forgot
after
about
you sleep it clicks or something.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shoot. I wish it. Oh, okay, that's what it meant by okay. I got it. Do you find a fine line where you can help a spirit and when you can't?
Well, I honestly, so far we've had only a few encounters where we've attempted to help something out, and the last time, actually both times, we were able to pray and help it move on because it stopped communicating with us and stopped interacting with our equipment and stuff. Um, so yeah, yeah.
Okay, Amanda, your turn.
So one of the places you said you're coming when you come back here is the haunted forest of the haunted
Lucky.
forest near. What is the name of that haunted forest again, Irene?
Inunaki koen,
Yeah,
Inunaki mura.
I can never say that.
Inu means dog. Inaki means howling. The howling dog forest or the howling dog village.
Oh
Ooh,
yeah, that's the
You
yeah,
can
that's
but the one
Google
near
it. You
the
can
one near
Google
you.
it if you
Yeah.
can.
that name
Because
sounds hardcore.
yeah, well, yeah. And this Inunaki tunnel. So
Yes.
that's all connected. I mean, you may be able to find something on your Google, but Google in America is totally different than Google in Japan, right?
Yes, 100%. Yeah.
So,
Amazon is too.
so actually, I'll look for it after the show and I'll help you with that one.
That'd be awesome. I did find a lot of I found a few paranormal locations through like an Urban Explorer page too. That that was like my best bet. So yeah, anything you guys got, that would be amazing.
We have to bring a present for the police department. We have to bring some buns or something like for the police department. So we'll give them a present and we can say, "Can we go there, please?" And go, "Okay." And we'll have my husband talk. He can talk beautiful music, and we'll go.
Yeah, there we go. Distract him. Hurry.
It depends on how you talk to them, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You gotta be careful here in Japan because a lot of people, like, unlike United States, where police, if they arrest you, they have to have like a cause.
Yeah.
Japan, they don't. They
Oh.
can arrest. You can be arrested and put in jail for 23 days with no cause.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And there has been times where, and I don't know what they did, but a foreigner did something, and the police arrest them. They did the 23 days. And then they released them, and then there was a police officer there that rearrested them and put them back in there for 23 days as soon as they stepped out of the building. So they kept doing this until their visa ran out. Then it's like, "Oh, you have to go home. Sorry. Bye."
Remember,
Wow.
I think you saw him. I think he's on Facebook. It was this black dude. He said, "Yeah, good thing we bombed your country. Good thing we bombed Hiroshima. Blah blah blah. Yeah, we won the war." And he did that all throughout Osaka, all throughout in Tokyo, and they arrested him in Osaka.
Diego, what was his name? Drew was talking about that on our tour.
Might have been Johnny Somali.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
him, Johnny?
Yeah.
I've seen that guy's videos, and I don't like talking bad about people, but his behavior was unacceptable. I hate seeing disrespect to the Japanese people, especially because they're like so nice and so respectful. Holy mackerel. Like gosh, that's terrible.
But it happens. There's another guy who did that too. I don't know what happened to him.
What the heck?
Starting
But you
there
know
was-
what? That's another thing. If you're really stupid, yeah, Yakuza is always watching, and they'll always protect the people. They'll always protect the country.
Oh yeah, we saw the Yakuza in Osaka. You could tell they were watching. They don't mess
Oh
up.
yeah, they have this full tattoo all over their arms.
Oh
and their
yeah.
back. Yeah.
The one we saw had like a big old like bodyguard and everything at this club,
yeah.
and I was like,
They
oh,
don't
I'm
But
not
have,
they
going
like,
in there.
sunglasses, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like,
They
I'm not going in there.
See, they don't touch normal people. They don't touch regular folk. They only harass the people who belong in their society.
I see. Good. I did have some weird interactions with some people on the train where I was like stared at pretty hard, and I felt like I was like, because they were like young men too. They were like,
They're curious about you because, yeah, who are you? You know, it'll be worse because I'll be speaking English and I'll be speaking Japanese in both languages back and forth. Yeah, I tend to do that, right? No, people are going,
oh yeah, we're gonna throw so many people off. It's gonna be even better. I'm gonna love it.
yeah. And you know what? If you find that it's a person of the underworld, do this. That means a mafia in Japanese.
Oh wow.
If I do this to you, I don't tell you what it is, you walk away.
Okay.
That's what it means.
All right. Dang, I'll have to walk out for ghosts, for mafia, for
He knows too much about the mafia. How do we know she's not a member? You know?
yeah.
I'm not. No tattoos here.
Could have just put makeup on him so he couldn't see him. You know.
Yeah, but
Uh-oh.
see, women are tattooed under the skin, so when it gets hot or when they take a bath, that's when it comes out.
Well.
But I don't have anything.
All right, we'll trust you.
You don't have to worry about me. I'm fine.
All right.
Yeah, that sounds like something a mafia member would say. Yeah.
I know.
But I am. I swear. You know, I wouldn't be in this business, right? There's a lot of interesting samurai shoguns. What we call it, their plots. Some of them have their heads only buried in the plot, and they're pretty rad and haunted too.
Oh wow. What on
So,
earth?
yeah, we gotta go to that one. It's in Tochigi Prefecture. Have you ever been to the Nikko Shrine?
Nikko Shrine? I don't think so. I don't.
It's in
No.
Tochigi Prefecture. It's not too far from Guma Prefecture. It's in the mountains, but his plot is up the mountain near there, and it's haunted too.
Oh my gosh. See, I feel like up north Japan has a lot of haunted stuff because when I was mapping out all the places I wanted to go, it was mostly up north.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So around Mount Fuji, yeah. Well, that's of course that's haunted, right? Because Mount
Yeah.
Fuji is haunted, right? You got Fujigoko, the 5 lakes underneath there. That's also haunted. Because there's no insect, there's no birds, no nothing. It just when it rains, it's the most creepiest place you've ever been. And you got the Aokihara Forest, which is the suicide forest, and there's no bird activity, there's no insect activity, so that's also haunted too. So
That's creepy. Wow.
so you got the whole area, and Mount Fuji. The scientists who go up there to measure the volcano, because it's still a live volcano, right?
Mhm.
They go down the center of the core and they measure the volcano in the center, and they plunge to the death, coming down or going up the mountain or whatever. So yeah, that's friggin' haunted too. So the whole area, that area in Yamanashi-ken is haunted. So
Holy mac. Yeah, and I wanted to go there so bad, but people kept talking me out of it because for me, the that area in the Akigahara forest and everything has history of being haunted from like for over 1,000 years. Like they're
Yeah.
known to be haunted for a long
there's
time.
a way about investigating it, but you have to do it. You can't go. I wouldn't advise you to go in there, but
Mhm.
we could go park the car near the tree line as far as I'll let you go.
Yeah.
And I'll bring some Japanese wine. I'll bring some incense. I'll bring a candle, and we'll do it that way. And
You
then
had me at Japanese wine.
I'll bring
Not for
some.
you.
Don't worry. We get that. Get the 7. We'll go here at 7-Eleven. We'll buy some.
Oh yeah, your guy's 7-Eleven is next level. I love 7-Eleven.
Well, I've got one right across the street from where I live.
Perfect.
I think we ate 7-Eleven chicken every day, every morning that we were there for like 2 weeks.
I love yeah.
And I'd do it again.
Yeah, I would do it again. I loved that stuff.
Well, we'll go there. We can go out the front door. Oh, in fact, in front of that place, there's a person that was murdered.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'll take you.
Oh yeah, I want to shoot as many videos as I can get and get all the information I can get too. Like that sounds amazing.
Like I said, this whole city's haunted, right?
I mean, honestly, you guys have you'll have like a random cemetery on like a bridge in the middle of Tokyo or something. You know what I mean? It's like, why is there a cemetery there?
Because the family owned it a long time ago, and they refused to sell it to the city to make a freeway or whatever, to make roadways. So yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's pretty bad too, because once you sell it, once you make a road on top of it, you know what happens, right?
Oh yeah, then it'll be like super haunted after that.
Oh yeah, and you
Bunch of
wonder, how many accidents on this road? Well, duh,
There's that the Princess's Bridge in Tokyo as well, where the princess and her servants like walked into the water and drowned or whatever. I'm probably totally butchering that story, but all the accidents that happened around there is like they link that to that paranormal activity as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And there are places where I can't walk next to you, or you have to walk in front of me or behind me, because either way, you will lose your money because the shrine was built. This guy who was really rich, okay, he was a developer, and his daughter died before she got married, and he built a shrine on the mountain, and it's in that Toji, it's in that Guma Prefecture, and my husband and I were walking up the mountain to go to the shrine, and my husband lost all his money, and she got jealous, and she didn't like him.
Oh wow.
So there are places like that in shrines that you have to be careful. So I can't walk with you because she'll get mad at you.
Okay, yeah, I'll listen to everything. I'll be a sponge. Like, give me all the knowledge. Like,
So there are places like that in Japan that are, yeah, it's an old urban legend,
Mhm.
but how many urban legends do come true, right? A lot of them do here.
yeah, and feel like there's always like a truthful basis to every urban
Story.
legend.
Yeah.
Very much.
So there are shrines, and I learned this. There are some shrines that are made to appease like malevolent spirits to stop
Mhm.
whatever hauntings they're doing.
Mhm.
And some of them have frogs there, and I learned the reason why there's frogs is the same. Frogs in Japanese is the same word for return. So frog and return is the same word. So the
Mhm.
frog is supposed to be like, oh, we hope you return
Mhm.
back to where you came from.
I love that.
And sometimes frogs are used as a lucky symbol too.
Yeah, I've seen little like statues of little frog families out there, but that I didn't know what that was, but now I do. That's awesome.
So if you keep a frog in your wallet,
Mhm.
it'll bring money to you.
What
Another
if-
urban legend. I tried that. Didn't work.
No. It's that part
Oh,
seems, huh?
try something else, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of good luck charms in Japan, like the cats, for instance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got like a from when I went there, I got a charm that was like a bell, but I in a piece of paper and stuff. Like there was just such abundance of charms and things that help
Yeah.
you. Yeah, I love that at the temples and everything.
I got a couple in my desk drawer right
There we
here.
go.
Oh, you know what you do? You hang them up on your wall.
Oh, is that what you're supposed to do?
They're not doing you any good being stored away there.
Yeah, you're not
Oh.
supposed to leave them in your drawers. You hang them up in your on your wall, or you put it in your wallet.
Hmm.
Yeah, 'cause I was thinking about like framing them or something because I wanted to put them
No.
like on my backpack or something, but I didn't want them to
Inside
be like
your
dirty.
backpack, like in the pocket of your backpack.
Okay.
And then when you go back to the temple, you give them back, and you buy
Oh.
new ones. Cause
Oh, I didn't know that. Wow.
yeah, because like a year, maybe 2 or so many years. If you have them so many years, the luck on them ran out, so you have to replace it with new ones.
Oh.
And the temple burns them in a big fire pit. They create, and they burn all the amulets, so you can buy a new one.
Oh, wow.
So you have to replace each time. So if you have all your amulets now, bring them with you, and then we'll take them to the place where they can get burned, and you can buy new ones.
Okay, yeah, that sounds awesome. I'll get more next time actually, because I love those.
Well, you gotta be careful. You only need one or two, okay? You don't buy too many because the gods will fight with each other, okay?
Aw, dang.
Yeah, just be when you go to one or two temples, that's fine, but don't buy too many because they call them gods, and they'll tend to fight with each other, and you'll have conflict in your life if you do that.
Oh, I see. Can't have it all then, I guess.
No, one or two is good. That's all
Yeah.
you need.
Yeah. I'll stick to that then.
All it is to keep you safe. Okay, that's what the amulets are for.
Yeah. Yeah, I was hoping it would have helped me out a little more after visiting the mansion, but goodness, probably because we didn't hang them up Probably because we stored them.
Yeah, you got to keep them with you in your wallet, dear,
Yeah.
or in your backpack.
Yeah.
And
Well, now
always keep a little bag of salt wherever you go.
okay. Well, we'll definitely do that. I'll let my team know too. That sounds awesome.
Like a list of stuff that he needs to do differently
Yeah. And they're
this
like, all
time.
right, we're changing everything up. Let's do this, and this. Like,
Because the more haunted places you go to, the more you need to protect yourself, right? And the level from level 1 to level 10, right?
have you ever experienced a level 10, like something where you're just like, I gotta run away?
Yeah.
Yeah.
hmm
Wow.
And I walked away. I walked away. There's a where Amanda lives. It's the Atomic Bomb Museum.
Oh wow. I bet there's heavy energy there. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah. I
Oh my
walked in
gosh.
there. It hit me like right here in my face, and I got sicker than a doornail for 3 whole hours. I said, "Gotta get out here! Gotta get out here!" And I said, "We said this to my husband. All of a sudden, I said to my husband, this place is haunted. You know?" And he goes, "No, it isn't." I said, "Yes, it is." Yeah, it made me so sick. Like I got, yeah, I was going to the bathroom every 3 hours.
Oh
It was
gosh.
really bad.
Wow.
That's where she lives, in that museum. I would
Goodness.
go again. But yeah, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. And that's in Nagasaki where she is.
Oh wow. Goodness. That yeah, I bet there's like some, oh man, I can only imagine how intense that energy
Got
is.
melted artifacts from
Oh,
people's houses. They got pictures, they got letters of doctors and stuff like that. Like, yeah, you gotta have a really strong stomach to go there. If you don't, yeah, it's pretty bad.
yeah, maybe we shouldn't go there. Maybe not go there. I don't know.
But we can walk around outside.
Yeah.
I mean, there are places outside that are safe for that had been hit by the atomic bomb, and churches too. They're they have a little bit burnt down. They're a little bit burnt on the outer edges, yeah,
Oh
and
wow.
they're pretty cool to visit too. It's like history, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they have, like I said, the samurai, um, crucified the the Catholic priests and the 24 followers on this hill in Nagasaki, and you can visit that too.
Oh my that. Oh my gosh, that sounds amazing.
But their bones I found in a church.
In the
They
church?
Yeah, in one Catholic church. I have a picture of it. I'm not supposed to take pictures. Okay, okay, we're not gonna. Okay, I mean, they had a femur bone of two brothers who they put in wrapped it in cloth, and they put it in the wall of the church
What on earth? Did they say why they did that? That's crazy.
because after they were crucified, right? They wanted to preserve something of them so they won't be in vain. Their death won't be in vain.
Hmm.
Show a picture.
Okay. That sounds good.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, stuff like that happened there. And you know what? They had witches too,
Hmm.
and they did a lot of. Okay,
That's
I mean, if you have sensitive, please scroll down and not watch it, or change the viewing if you have trouble listening. I'm going to warn you right now because it could be sensitive. Um, Witches long time ago were women and who used to grow herbs and used to help people who were sick. But if the samurai found that you're a witch, they take you, they tie you to the back, they tie your arms to the back. The women and their children would be burnt to death at the stake.
children were burned too as witches?
because the children would come after the samurai and said, "You killed my mom."
Oh wow.
So they don't want revenge. The only person that stayed alive was the husband.
So Japan had their own witch trials over there too.
Yeah.
Wow, I had no idea.
And I don't know the area where that happened. But I'm looking for it. There's anything online that I can find.
Of course, yeah.
So yeah, I'm searching everywhere, and I think I'd have to go back to the history book in the library now to find something.
You have you tried using AI? No?
No.
I will say I found some very good stuff using AI that I wasn't able to find before, like just doing regular Google searches. So, like Edge Chat is AI. It's Chat GTP 4. So if you guys, yeah, if you guys want, definitely check that out because it's pretty decent.
Because there's a lot of stuff that happened in the past where there's a little dark stuff, like in England too.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, all over Europe there's a lot of dark stuff that happened too, and Japan has their share of dark stuff also. So
Yeah, and Japan as a country is I feel like it is older than America too. So I feel like you guys have such a probably strong like longer lived entities there probably than we would have here with like negative energy and everything.
oh yeah, you got both, and you got your
Yeah.
jealous ones, like in the train stations where after COVID, a lot of people killed themselves because the government didn't help them and they were small businesses.
Mhm.
And yeah, I mean, even the train stations are haunted too.
Oh my gosh, that's horrifying.
And
That's
my daughter, she 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 went to school. She's supposed to went to she called me on her phone. Mom, I can't come home today. I go, what happened? Well, I go, oh, you're kidding. She goes, yeah, I'm going to be staying at my friend's place. Okay, come home tomorrow morning. She goes, okay. Yeah, that's a normal conversation my daughter had when she had to come home from school. And they always do it at 11:30 at night.
on the 30th at night.
11:30 at night.
Oh,
Like
11:30.
she had, like, her school ends at 11 o'clock at night, right?
Mhm.
And that gives her 1 hour to come home, so the police doesn't come out. Like, yeah, police comes out at midnight, right? And they start tagging all these kids. But yeah, it gives her half an hour to come home. So she's on the 11 o'clock train, and it's only one train station over from where we live. And yeah, she taps to tell me, "Mom, I can't come home tonight." I go, "You're kidding." And he goes, "Nope." And one day her teacher was on the train. He said, "I'm gonna have my wife bring your daughter home tonight." And I go, "Okay, thank you very much." Like, yeah, that's the normal. I go, "You're kidding again?" She goes, "Yeah." Well, we don't think of it, right? It's a norm here.
Wow. Yeah, they don't really help each other out as much here. You know what I mean?
But I mean, train stations are also haunted too.
Have you? I like in my research thing, I wasn't able to find any. What's train stations haunted?
Tokyo train station, a lot of places where they had to put gates up, automatic gates up, so when the train comes in, the door opens and the gates open and you can go on the train. Yeah, they
That
did that to most of the train stations in Tokyo now.
I did see those. I thought those were like super cool and futuristic, but did
Yeah, there's
are
a
they?
reason why, right? That's the reason why.
Is it? So that's a new thing they put on there. Then
Yeah, because a lot of people were doing that, and you know, they had to clean up the mess, right? Yeah,
oh my god, I bet. Oh wow, I
yeah,
bet that was horrifying.
yeah. Well, try finding it when you're on the train when it happens to you.
Oh my gosh, has that happened to you? No. Whoa.
Twice.
Whoa. Holy cow. Yeah. Oh god.
You can't get off the train. You can't get on the train. You have to sit there for 2 hours while they clean it up, and then you can go.
Oh whoa.
They
And
don't let you off either. You know that.
yeah, and I bet everyone's freaking out and Oh, it's
Yeah.
such a bad situation.
Yeah, and
Twice.
everyone's on
Oh,
their
wow.
cell phone. Yeah, I'm gonna be late coming to see you. Excuse me. And these people who have to go to work. I'm like, oh, sorry, it's gonna be late going to work. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
wow.
there's a lot of stuff that happens here, and you know what? It's a normal thing here, because that S word is it's not shunned, right? If you're unhappy with this life, you can you have permission to not live and live a different life later on.
So is it encouraged to do that in some instances?
No, it's well, the police get pretty pissed off, right? But yeah,
Yeah.
but the Buddhist religion allows you not to live in pain.
Oh, wow. So that kind of gives them permission in a way to commit the ultimate act, huh?
Right.
Wow.
And
That's heavy.
hoping to have a better life next time.
Oh man, that's heavy. And imagine if they become spirits after that and they don't get that second chance or anything too. So
Yeah.
that
Well, because they're wandering spirits, they can't enter into heaven.
Mhm.
They become lingering, like what I used to say, heaven is up here, uh wandering spirit is down here, and the worst is down here, right?
Yeah.
I have the 3 levels. That's what I talk about. And yeah, and you become here.
You're in purgatory almost.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow. I'm learning
the,
so much on this podcast. Like
the thing is that how do you bring them up here unless they want to go? But if they don't, yeah, you really can't do anything about it, right?
wow. Oh my gosh. Do you guys in Japan, do they not have a lot of support for people like struggling with their mental health and stuff?
They do. There's a number you can call, but families really don't like to talk about it because it's in the family, right?
Yeah.
Isn't it, Amanda, right?
It's not supported really that much
No.
down here. I don't.
No.
That's why I always say in Nagasaki down here, it's not really arranged in Tokyo, so it's just in a bigger city where it might be there. But down here, unfortunately, it's if you struggle, unfortunately, you struggle.
The
Wow.
more boonies that you live in, the more boondocks that you live in, the worse
Yeah.
it is.
Oh my gosh. That breaks my heart.
We're considered in a country, more of a rural town down here, where
Yeah.
it's mostly like the elderly. So it's not a very big city where I'm in compared
Yeah,
to her. Unfortunately, that's one
It's
thing
a
they
really
said is
rural area. Yeah.
that's one thing they said is down here is that you can't be here and they won't allow you to be here if mental health wise it's not, if your mental health wise is not very strong, then it's just, if it's not good, then
And there's a lot of hospitals in the boonies, more than there are in Tokyo, that do have people who have mental health problems.
Well, that's good that they have that for them, but it stinks that they can't like talk about it openly with their families. It makes me wonder, like as an investigator, when I'm encountering spirits and stuff, I treat them like people, and it makes me wonder, like if I can make contact with the spirit, like I feel like when they get to that point where they've committed the ultimate act, they may feel abandoned by their family. Maybe I can make them feel kind of.
But there's another thing I'm going to tell you about that. You got to be careful with them because they can be jealous and they can hurt you.
Really?
So yeah, watch who you interact with, especially in this country.
Dang. Well, that stinks. I just want to help everyone out. I don't know.
Yeah, I get that. I was like that too.
Yeah.
But then I had to learn.
can't help everyone.
Yeah, you're not. Don't touch that one, right? And my son said, not that one. Please don't touch that one. I said, okay, I won't. So I just go that way.
Gosh, yeah.
In America, it's it's a lot more different, okay? Because that's how I get most of my work is in America. But I usually don't do too much here. because it could get hairy, okay, and it could get frightening, and it could be, yeah, you don't know what cup of tea you're gonna get.
Yeah. So do you feel like you encounter more negative spirits than you do positive there, or
50-50.
50-50? Wow.
Yeah. And Amanda will tell you the same thing, because something you just, yeah, like, I'm not gonna look at you, I'm not gonna
There's
talk
a lot.
to you, and I'm
There's a
gonna
lot
move
that are
on.
here. Yeah, there's a lot that are here. It's just like I'm here, but I don't want to talk to you just because this is my area.
Yeah.
Don't talk to me.
Yeah,
So-
you have to make your boundaries really well known when you're here, because they'll try to make you sick, or try, if there's any place that you could see the doctor, they'll go after that one area.
Oh wow. Like
Yeah.
if you have like a stubbed toe or something, then they'll go after it.
If you have a heart problem, or if you have sore leg muscles or something like that, yeah, they'll go after that, and they'll make it really bad and make it really hurt even more.
Wow. That's horrifying, actually.
I had a neighbor where I lived in a suicide condo. I'll take you there too.
Suicide condo.
Yeah, 70 people killed themselves. Okay, they jumped off the 12th floor. Anyways, going back to the conversation, yeah, I mean, there's a lady who was on the first floor. She died of a heart attack. There's a guy on the 5th floor. He had heart problems, and yeah, I don't know what happened to him, because I moved out. Early enough, because we had enough of that. We had enough of that shtick, right? So
Yeah, I imagine. Yeah.
If you lived for over 20 years like we did, yeah, that's enough, right? Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that happened there, and there's a lot of people who died. There's a lot of people who, I know my friend's husband got brain cancer, and they killed him in 5 days. So yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah, they'll kill you. They'll actually turn up and kill you. Yeah. And my son was rushed to the hospital twice because he had his lung collapse. And we don't smoke, we don't drink, and the doctors couldn't figure out what it was, and I knew it was paranormal.
Yeah. Yeah, your lung just doesn't collapse out of nowhere. What the heck?
Yeah, and it was paranormal.
Oh my gosh. That must have been a really strong one. That's a big thing to happen to you.
Well, the day we moved out was in October. The lady who killed herself, she took a whole bunch of pills, and she jumped off the 12th floor. That was the 18th person who killed themselves.
Gosh.
So there's so much residual energy in that building. Yeah.
And so much pain that I'm sure they're, as a spirit, like they're just inflicting on others probably. And maybe they don't even know about it. I don't know.
I got pictures too.
You do? Oh, okay. That's amazing.
Yeah, well, like my iCloud is just full.
Oh, I bet. Oh my gosh, you probably have one of the most interesting iClouds out there.
Yeah, my kids are saying, "You gotta erase those pictures." I go, "I'm not erasing them. So I usually hide them."
Do they think that maybe something might be attached to one of those pictures or can come through those pictures?
Yeah, but I usually talk to them. I said, "No, you're not going to do this. You're going to save my pictures, and you're not going to move around, and that's it. The end."
So you command them.
Yeah, it's not commanding. It's just that this is my rule, and you don't like, you can stuff it, right?
Yeah.
It's
Do you
like
ever
when
have like an entity like trying to like back talk you? Like you're telling it to leave and it's like, no, I'm staying here.
I had that, and I said, "Oh, I'll make you leave."
Oh yeah.
I've done that too. 2 residentials. I said, "No, I'm gonna make you leave. You don't listen to me. That's too bad. You're leaving right now." And I kicked them out too. I've done it to a couple residentials too,
Oh wow.
where you literally had to kick them out of the
Yeah.
house because they don't belong there. And it's you're not being mean, you're just being constructive, and you're being polite, but this is my rule. You don't like it, that's too bad.
You're
And
setting
I've told
a-
Amanda to tell them that one that I know that she's talking about. I told her to tell them, yeah, you're not going to bother me. You're not going to do anything. You got to go. Bye. You know, And that's the way sometimes you have to do it. And you're not hurting anybody. But I mean, if they're going to be, you have to be.
firm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man,
And it happens more often than ever, right?
yeah. That's interesting. Gosh.
We got to talk.
What's that?
We got to talk more.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
So as of right now, we are going to wrap up this live.
Mhm.
You guys are invited back. To
Yeah.
if you guys want to come back,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I'd love to, and bring my team next time.
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, that'd be great.
We'll
We
have
could
more
all
story.
we could all have a wing ding hold down and have fun.
Yeah,
And Diego didn't say anything so far, and I'm just looking and I'm waiting for him to say something. Please say something.
I'm not much of a talker.
Oh jeez.
I've been rambling on, so it's my fault.
We do that here. But if you guys want to catch them, you look up you guys on YouTube for any of your videos. Even the one in Japan, I'm assuming, is on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So YouTube, just look up Boozy Bros Paranormal.
Yep, and we'll pop up. We're on every platform, but the Japan videos are on our YouTube, so just check it out. My Asajira Yura Mansion, I will warn you guys, the first like 30 seconds is rain noise, so just ignore that. But it's good. The rest of it is very interesting. It's fascinating, extremely.
Yeah, so we will get with him about coming back on the show, and we will also post later about schedule when he's able to come back on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
She can get
schedule when
more-
you can come here, and we'll all do one. We'll all do interesting show together, and we'll go places together.
Yeah, that would be. I'm excited for that. That sounds amazing, actually.
Get your passport in order.
Mine's in order. It's ready to go. I'm just.
And I'll write you a letter in Japanese so you can show customs my address, and I'll write it in Japanese, the address and phone number and anything else for them. So yeah, you can make copies and have all the people who are coming with you carry that with you, and we'll do it that way.
Oh my gosh! Thank you so much. That's awesome. Thank you.
Because we got to help them, right, Amanda? And Amanda, you got to move out to this end of the territory, okay?
Yeah, I'm hoping to. So definitely catch them out on YouTube. Watch our page also for a possible giveaway.
Yeah. Okay.
So definitely be watching that. So yeah, it was great having you guys.
This is the giveaway. It's
Yeah.
a big hunk of crystal, okay? It's really cool. It can fit in your wallet. Well, it can fit in your bag.
Be a big wallet to put in there.
Not that big. It's not that big. But it's all you have to do in order to enter the contest is to share, and say done.
Share our page, yes.
Yeah, share to the page, share everywhere. And Boozy Brothers, yeah. I mean, anybody in there is all invited to enter the contest and share the link and tell us that you shared the link. And Boozy Brothers, and we'll get together and we'll count out the tallies, and who shared the most will get this crystal, okay? And I'll send it to you right from Japan.
Heck yeah.
Okay.
Well, thank you guys so much for your time. We appreciate you. If you want to stick around after this.
Yeah.
Of course.
All
Yeah.
right. And we will see everyone next time next week.
Yeah.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
everyone.
Bye.
Love and light to everybody.